Hello. Hi. We have started crash course prelims 2023. Particularly, we will cover all subjects in a systematic way. For example, today we are taking the polity. In polity session, around we will take around 9 to 10 classes. Okay, it will cover static part as well as the current affairs. We will take it separately. Okay. um, for example, the vision PT 365 is there. Once it came out, and we will discuss about it. Okay, how it works, how we supplement it with the static part. Right now we will going to discuss about the static part particularly. Okay, this will supplement your preparation. Okay, we are not guaranteeing that this is the only how to study, but these topics were students genuinely used to miss it, as well as there might be chances of asking these questions in your test series also. Okay. um, Due to my previous experiences, most of the um, sentences are such a such a hidden sentences. I picked mostly from the test series which I have taken, are the most probably the last 5 years. What the what the mostly I have taken the 5 years of test series content. Okay. Today we will start this first session. Okay. First, there is today we will try to cover as much as in every video, but I we can't give it the whole concept in a one video like this. Okay. In the first video, there is a, in polity chapter 1, there is a historical background. I am going to cover the historical background in modern history, because mostly the evaluation of the constitution we will take it separately, a separate class for it. Okay. We have covered it in a very precise manner and a very broader in nature. Okay. So we there directly we are going to chapter 2, making of Indian constitution. In these videos we are not dictating any notes or any what we can say that this is not a class lectures. Okay, the class lectures are very different from it. Okay, here we have to get the maximum content from the minimum time. Okay, we are comprehensively we are compromised the contents. Okay, now when taking the making of the constitution, we can say that M. N. Roy is a pioneer of the constitution. You don't need to write anything or at all, just listen and go to your Lakshmikant book and just study. After the listening of the class, you will have a brief and broader understanding of it. Okay, it will just supplement your preparation. Okay, M. N. Roy is a pioneer of the constitution. Okay, because the thought of constitution is given by the M. N. Roy. Then next, the Constitution Assembly we have taken from. Okay, when the Constitution Assembly was, it was 1946. We have we formed the Constitution Mission by Cabinet Mission Plan. Okay, this information known by everyone. Next, we directly jump to the, because the remaining the stuff whatever it is there in this, it has do nothing with the exams or whatever it may be. Okay, you can read in Lakshmikant itself. But I will suggest you the Constituent Assembly, which is partly elected okay, which is partly elected and partly nominated body. Constitution Assembly, which is partly elected and partly nominated body, because the princely states the princes nominated from princely nominated the persons from the princely state, okay, on behalf of the princely states. They are they are representing in Constituent Assembly, as well as there is a provisional governments, they are elected people are there, as well as central government, their elected people are there, okay, they all are in the Constituent Assembly. So it is a partly elected as well as partly nominated body. Now, how it was started? Now, the Constitution, when what can we say that objective resolution, it has placed by the Jawaharlal Nehru in the Parliament. Okay, in the Constituent Assembly, you can say this in the Constituent Assembly on the 13th December 1946. Okay, on 13th December 1946, it is an independent. The words such as taken that independent, sovereign, and republic. Okay, the objective resolution itself gives the safeguard to the minorities as well as SC, STs as well as backward communities. Okay, objective resolutions give the safeguards to the minorities well as backward communities. The promotion, it also tells about the promotion of world peace. It just talks about the promotion of world peace. Okay, we have seen this promotion of world peace in DBSP. Okay, DBSP last article is that one, article 51. Objective resolution also is there, article 50. Objective resolution also has the word world peace. Okay, the this was the hidden words which were chances to ask. Okay, thus objective resolution passed unanimously. Okay, there is no opposition to it, it is passed unanimously, adopted on 22nd January 1947. This information you should know about the objective resolution. And next one, directly we goes to parliament, features of the parliamentary government in India, particularly in India. What are the features? This question has asked in previous also. Okay, our parliamentary government is based on cooperation and coordination. It's based on principle of cooperation and the coordination. What were the features of it? The nominal and real executives. The nominal and who are the nominal executive? Nominal executives, we can say the president is considered as a nominal executive. The real executive you can consider PM, COM. PM is the head of Council of Ministers. Okay, nominal head is president. The real executive is a prime minister. There is a majority party rule in the there is a majority party rule, means in Lok Sabha who shows the majority he is going to the particular party will form the government, matlab executive body. Collective responsibility of executive to legislator, it has a collective responsibility of executive to legislature. Membership of minister in legislature, matlab if you consider this is legislative, this is executive. Okay, I'm sorry, this was a wrong figure. If we consider this as a legislature, this as executive, because every executive is a part of a legislature. Okay, the now leadership of PM or CM, the leadership of the PM and CM means the prime minister when it come to central. Now dissolution of lower house, the future of the parliament is there is a dissolution of lower house, means Lok Sabha can be dissolved, but Rajya Sabha is a permanent body. Okay, it's a permanent body, it cannot be dissolved, it cannot be dissolved. But when it comes to state, okay, we have legislative assembly, legislative council. When it comes to legislative assembly, it can be dissolved. Okay, legislative council normally it cannot be dissolved, but legislative council cannot be dissolved, but legislative can be abolished. Okay, it can be abolished when it comes to state government. Now next comes to The Indian Parliament, we can choose Indian Parliament not a sovereign body. What is the British Constitution? The British Constitution is a sovereign body. This was asked in the previous year's question also. The British government, British Parliament is a sovereign body, means the high he there is in British there is no constitution at all. Whatever the Parliament makes, it becomes the constitution itself. Okay, but in India it's not like this. In India we have a constitutional amendments which were under the constitution itself, and we can consider, and another we have the ordinary amendments. Okay, ordinary laws we can consider as a, for example, motor vehicle act. It's an ordinary act law. It is nothing to do with the constitution. Okay, now what was the difference between the Indian Parliament and the British Parliament? What is the difference? The British Parliament, okay, is sovereign, and it is above all of the bodies. What about the American Constitution? When it comes to America, here in America there is judicial supremacy. In British there is parliamentary supremacy, मतलब legislative supremacy. In America there is judicial supremacy, मतलब Supreme Court there is high powerful, but is a sovereign is a powerful. When it comes to India, Parliament or legislature, Parliament or judiciary is not a sovereign bodies. They works under the Constitution. Okay, they are abide by the Constitution itself. Means each and all three organs, which is legislative, executive, judiciary, all three organs has equal powers. The Constitution is supreme. In India, Constitution is supreme. Okay, now scope of judicial review. What when it comes to judicial review, when we compare to American Constitution, the Supreme Court of India has taken procedure established by law. PEBL, it is a procedure established by law by article 20. It comes under article 21 from Japan. We have taken this in Japan. We will study in later also. Okay. But what about the difference between the Indian Supreme Court and the USA Supreme Court? Indian Supreme Court is, okay, its scope is narrow than the USA Supreme Court, because in USA Supreme Court it uses DPL, means due process of law, but in Indian Supreme Court we use the procedure established by law. But but we also taking this due process of law when it needs. Okay, we also taking the due process of law when it needs. Now when it comes to Indian judiciary, it is integrated as well as independent. Integrated independent मतलब क्या है? Means what? Integrated means SC, HC, district court. Okay, and the district court नीचे judicial magistrate 1. Okay, now these are integrated, means there is a hierarchical order. Means one upon one. When it comes to legislatures, when it comes to parliament, the center and the state, center is, we assume that center is higher one, state is lower one, but the center and the states are not based on hierarchical order. It has federal powers. Okay, it's a division of powers or federal nature. As well as the judiciary system is independent, means it didn't involve any executive or any legislative in particular to appointment or like this. The debates were going on still. We will see in the current affairs. Okay, now what we have seen is the features of parliamentary government of India based on the principle based on cooperation, coordination. We have seen it. Nominal real executives, the features. The majority party rule is a feature. Collective responsibility of legislative executive, the legislature feature. Membership of minister in legislature is a feature. Leadership of prime minister and CM is a feature. Dissolution of lower house is a feature. Okay, These are the features of parliamentary government in India. Okay. Now, when it goes to directly, we have the major committees which constitute the Constituent Assembly. It's a factual data. It's a factual data, but we will take certain one. For example, Constituent Assembly, where it is there. For example, Constituent Assembly, B.N. Rao, advisor. Okay, B.N. Rao is advisor of a Constituent Assembly. I'm not going to teach you factual data because it is nothing useful for you. If I teach also, it is just go and refer it, and just it has to by hearted. Okay, it won't be like this. The drafting committee, just you should know the drafting committee members. Okay, drafting committee, you know the chairman of the drafting committee, Ambedkar. Okay, apart from the Ambedkar, there are another 6 members who are Gopalaswamy, Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Krishna, Alladi Krishna, Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishna Iyengar, K.M. Munshi, K.M. Munshi. Okay, Gopal Krishna Ambedkar, after Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishna Swamy Iyengar, K.M. Munshi, Sayyid Muhammad Sadullah, Sayyid Muhammad Sadullah. Okay, N. Madhavrao, N. Madhavrao, as well as T.T. Krishnamachari, as well as T.T. Krishnamachari, T.T. Krishnamachari. Okay, these was the drafting committee members. Okay, you should remember these drafting committee members. Okay, now next, the facts where we know currently in exams they didn't asking these directly factual questions which were seen in the polity. They have different concepts to ask. Okay, matlab the factual data is completely avoided. Mostly we didn't see in any exams from the past 4-5 years. We didn't have seen this factual data itself. Now next, when it comes to silent features of the constitution, okay, everyone knows what were the silent features of the constitution. The lengthiest written constitution, everyone knows it, no need of discussing about it. And the rigidity and flexibility, it's everyone knows the federal system with a unitary bias. Okay, the federal system with unitary bias, the parliamentary form of the government, we have discussed it just now only, and the judicial supremacy. Okay, synthesis, there is synthesis between parliamentary sovereignty and the judicial supremacy. Okay, this is what we have seen in this Indian parliament. It is not sovereign one. Integrated and independent judiciary we have seen just now. Fundamental rights we will discuss in a broader sense, and DPS with the fundamental duties we know it. There is secular state, we know it. Secular state we will going to discuss later. Okay, universal adult franchise. Okay, universal adult franchise, we will see it where we can do it. Okay, just a minute, we will come here. Yeah, universal adult franchise, universal adult franchise, what were there franchise. Okay, when it was from when it was evolved, how it was universal, the voting, how the voting has evolved. The Constitution of India bill 1895, it has started from 1895, sir. Okay, and then after that it was there in Nehru report, 1928, it was there in Nehru 1928, and the Sapru report, we will discuss about these reports in the modern history. In Sapru report, it is in 1945. Okay, this was evolution of the universal adult franchise, how it is evolved. Constitution of India bill 1895, Nehru report, as well as Sapru report. And from this during the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act, the years of voting to from the starting of the constitution, during the independence of 1947, we have taken that 21 years age as eligibility for the vote. Right now we decrease it to 21 to 18 years. Okay, 18 years. Right now 18 years is eligible for vote. It was 67th constitutional amendment it has done. Okay, this was the evolution of the universal adult franchise. Okay, now in India we have the single constitution, single citizenship. We will discuss in a citizenship. Okay, now next the independent bodies, we will see it. That's next. We directly come to the schedules of the constitution. The schedules are important because it was repeatedly asked in the previous years exams also. The recent 2022 also we have seen this fifth, about the fifth schedule. Okay, the first schedule talks about the, in schedule 1 it talks about the names of state and territorial jurisdiction. What is the name of the state? For example, the first northernmost state, Jammu Kashmir, we consider right now it is a union territory. Okay, right. If we excluded union territory, it means the northernmost state which Himachal Pradesh will become the northernmost state. Okay, now next union territories it will come, names of the state and whatever the territorial jurisdictions and the union territories. This was the first schedule. Okay, and the second schedule of the constitution, you just remember the schedules like this. Okay, means first schedule about the states or and union territories, hata do. Second schedule talks about the emoluments, allowances and privileges. पैसा अलाउंस, पहला पैसा दे दो सर, हमको पैसा चाहिए पहले, मतलब सैलरी कितना, क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज़ दिए गए, क्या क्या प्रिविलेजेस हमको दिए गए टू सर्व द नेशन. ओके, फर्स्ट पैसा कितना है तभी तो ज्वाइन होगी हम. The next, who were directly the schedule, the persons mentioned in the schedules, the president, okay, as well as governor. You remember like this, the president as well as governor, and then speaker and deputy speaker of Lok Sabha as well as speaker and deputy speaker of Legislative Assembly, chairman and deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha, or chairman and deputy chairman of Legislative Council, judges of Supreme Court, judges of High Court, and the CAG. Okay, particularly CAG, sir. You may forgotten about the CAG. Okay, this is mentioned. Okay, in the schedule areas, there is chances of forgetting CAG. Okay, just remember it. Next, third schedule. Third schedule talks about the oath and affirmation. पहला हम सैलरी, ओके वी आर गिविंग दिस मच ऑफ अमाउंट, पहला पैसा दे दिया, चल ठीक है, ओके अभी ओथ लेंगे हम. Okay, now oath for who are the persons will take oaths or affirmations. Union minister takes, if union minister takes, as well as the state minister take. If the candidate of election to the parliament, the candidate for election to the parliament who is going to the election for the parliament, he will take, as well as who is going to the state as legislature, he will take. Member of parliament will take, member of legislative assembly will take. Okay, मतलब state center है. Judges of Supreme Court, judges of High Court. Here won't. Here also the CAG also mentioned here. Okay, two terms में CAG mention किया था. There might be chances of asking the difference with the common persons or difference persons between schedule 2 and schedule 3. Okay, और what was the schedule 2 में क्या हो गया, मतलब order of the what were the orders, they will interchange and will ask it. Next, schedule 4 they talks about, चल ठीक है पहला पैसे ले लिया, अब वोट ले लिया, चल ठीक है आप सीट बंटवारी करो. Of Rajya Sabha seats, sir. Of Rajya Sabha seats. It's not about Lok Sabha seats, sir. It's about the Rajya Sabha seats. Okay. Allocation of the fourth schedule talks about the allocation of seats to Rajya Sabha related to the states as well as union territories. Okay. You the question will frame such a order with it is only by union states, not by union territory. Seats. Okay, allocation of seats to Rajya Sabha, it's only for states and not for union territories. The question might be framed such a manner, so just remember it has both states and union territories. Okay, now the fifth schedule, the recently in 2022 also has asked, the fifth schedule of the constitution talks about the administration and control of the scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Okay, administrative and areas of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. What was the question is asked in the fifth schedule, on the fifth schedule, means the question, the frame is such a way that if particular territory comes under the fifth schedule, okay, they might form, we can say that local government. Sir, panchayat is there, sir. Panchayat also used for local government. Okay, so it is not one. The next another one, the frame in such a way that particular fifth schedule area, what it talks about, why it is there, it schedule area people, it is particularly for schedule area people, control schedule areas means agar schedule area hai means this the it will ensure that tribal land to preserve the tribal population, to ensure the tribal land should not transfer to non-tribes means there is no real estate business in it. Okay, this is particularly what they are saying, that that's the sixth schedule क्या बोल रही है, it talks about tribal areas, but whichever the tribal areas, it's particularly completely tribal areas. We can, how can we remember the sixth schedule? Okay, these were the border countries with this Bangladesh. Okay, अगर इंडिया मैप से देखे तो अगर यही कंट्री, अगर यहाँ पर सॉरी यहाँ पर होता है, मतलब असम होता है, ये मेघालय होता है. ओके, इफ़ इट इज़ मेघालय, इट इज़ असम, यहाँ पर त्रिपुरा आता है, दिस इज मिजोरम. ओके, द 4 states in such a way. Now next, the seventh schedule talks about division of powers. Division of power मतलब center list, state list, concurrent list. Okay, center list, state list, concurrent list. Whatever the subject didn't belong to the seventh schedule, it comes under residuary. Okay, whatever the subject which didn't comes under the center, state or concurrent, it comes under the residuary powers. Okay, residuary powers currently it is under the hands of central government, currently under the hands of central government. Okay, by the 1935 Constitution Act. Okay, यही होता है residuary powers. Now next, 8th schedule, we talk about the languages. Okay, last before the 5 years they has asked about the languages which was added in the 8th schedule. Right now it is, the question maybe becomes irrelevant because it's very long ago. Now in 9th schedule talks about the land reforms. The question such a way that land reforms, it was 9th schedule till 8th schedule. Till 8th schedule, with the original constitution has only 8 schedules, sir. The original constitution has 8 schedules. The 9th schedule, which was added in the first constitutional amendment itself, in the first constitutional amendment 1951 itself, it has added the 9th schedule for the land reforms. Okay, for the land reforms, zamindari abolition. Okay, land reform, zamindari abolition. For it, they have added the 9th schedule. 9th schedule guarantees, okay, really the 9th schedule guarantees the land reforms when it comes to the IR, but the constitution says that in the amendment they have said that it won't come, the land reforms won't come under the 9th schedule, land reform won't come under the judicial review. But in IR Koleo case, there is Supreme Court said that even the 9th schedule comes under the judicial review because nothing is above the law, everything should comes under the law. Okay, next, the 10th schedule, during the Rajiv Gandhi government, what happened, there is mostly a coalition government. Due to the coalitions, there is heavy changes of party systems. मतलब the persons elected persons which changes the party, Aya Ram, Gaya Ram. Okay, so the 10th schedule during the Rajiv Gandhi government, the 10th schedule, anti-defection law has taken In the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, in the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, anti-defection law has brought into the picture. Okay, the anti-defection law has given powers to speaker, sir. Anti-defection law given powers to speaker. In the speaker, it is a discretionary of speaker, okay, to use the anti-defection law or not. There is a no time bound manner. It was the previous questions asked on anti-defection law. In anti-defection law, the speaker will decide whether the person is qualified or disqualified for holding the position, matlab holding an assembly seat, or we can say the parliament seat. But they didn't given any time period within which the speaker has to give his own verdict. Okay, this is what anti-defection law says, sir. It has happened in 1985. Okay, 1995 anti-defection law. Now the 11th schedule of the constitution talks about the panchayats, which was established, panchayats, which was given the constitutional recognition. Before 1992 also, sir, there is existence of the panchayat in India, but the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act made it mandatory for every state to establish a panchayat. It has given the constitutional recognition. Okay, this is what happened by the 11th schedule. What happened in the 12th schedule? In the 12th schedule, we have it is a 74th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992. The 12th schedule, it has the municipalities. The municipalities has established it is also mandatory for every state to establish municipalities. Okay, even before also there is municipalities, after also, but these both schedules has given the constitutional recognition. Now the next one, when it comes to sources of the constitution, from where we are taking the sources of the constitution. The sources of the constitution we have taken, for example, Government of India Act 1935. In Government of India Act 1925, what happened? We have taken the office of the governor. The most controversial topic is the governor. The office of the governor we have taken from the Government of India Act 1935, sir. Okay, the emergency provisions. The emergency provisions, right now, from the past 10 years, we are not using it. I hope that before it we used the emergency provisions very frequently. Okay, right now it's okay. The stability of the governments made it no need of using the emergency provisions. Okay, now next, there are certain the public service commission also taken from the Government of India Act. The federal scheme also taken from it. Okay, administrative, the emergency provision, administrative, and judiciary also from the judiciary also from the Government of India Act 1935. The majorly we can say that it's a carbon print of 1935 Act. Okay, now next, from the British Constitution, we have taken parliamentary government. We just discussed about the difference between the parliamentary government and Indian parliamentary government, British parliamentary government. And the rule of law, we have taken the rule of law from the British. Okay, and the US, and it comes sorry, still there, the single citizenship we have taken from the British. Single citizenship, parliamentary government, rule of law, cabinet system, writs. It comes in the writs. When we will use, there is a Article 32, we will use the writs. And the bicameralism, we have taken the British. And the privileges we have taken from the British Constitution, privileges and bicameralism. Okay, now in the US Constitution, fundamental rights we have taken the US Constitution. Judicial review is taken from impeachments, मतलब हटाने के लिए. Independence of judiciary we have taken it, and independence of judiciary also taken from the US. But impeachment of president को impeach करना है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजेस एंड हाई कोर्ट जजेस को निकालना है, ये भी यहाँ से. Okay, if you want to remove the Supreme Court and High Court judges, is also taken from the US Constitution. The post of vice president, who is, he is ex officio member of, chairman of, he is chairman of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha chairman is nothing but the vice president. Okay, the both are same one. Okay, this is what happened. Now, Irish Constitution. When it comes to Irish Constitution, from what we have taken from Irish Constitution, directive principles and state policies. DPS were taken from Irish Constitution, as well as nomination of members to Rajya Sabha. Nomination members. Okay, you might be confused of Rajya Sabha nominated elections of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, you might be confused with the election of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, because election of the Rajya Sabha we have taken from South Africa. Okay, method of nomination method we have done Irish Constitution. Nomination method we have taken from Irish Constitution. You might be confused in it. Okay, just ध्यान देना इसके ऊपर. Next, method of election of president. Okay, election को president. Okay, method of election president we taken Irish Constitution. Okay, Canadian Constitution. What we have taken from Canadian Constitution? Post of vice president US होता है. Election method of election of president Irish Constitution. राज्य सभा इलेक्शन साउथ अफ्रीका, नॉमिनेटेड भी आयरिश होता है. ओके, डोंट कंफ्यूज इन इट. नाउ कैनेडियन में फेडरेशन विथ स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंटर, वी आर टेकन द फेडरेशन विथ स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंटर फ्रॉम द कैनेडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. रेसिड्यूरी विथ द सेंटर मतलब रेसिड्यूरी पावर्स we have with the center is from Canadian Constitution. We have taken appointment of governors. Okay, appointment of governor, office of the governor from 1935 Act, but appointment of the governors from the Canadian, appointment from the Canadian. Next, advisory of Supreme Court. Okay, advisory of Supreme Court we have taken it. Next, Australian Constitution we have taken the concurrent list, residuary power from Canadian to the concurrent list from the Australian. Okay. Now, joint sitting of the parliament. When there is when an ordinary bill is in deadlock situation, there is a joint sitting. Okay, we will discuss in later sessions about the joint sittings and this it all. Okay, and the trade. Okay, the trade between the states. This is also from Australian concurrent list. Trade joint sitting Australian. Okay, webinar constitution suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. ओके, इमरजेंसी प्रोविजंस 1935 होता है, उसमें फंडामेंटल राइट सस्पेंड करना है. वी हैव टेकन फॉर वेबिनार. सोवियत फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज पे होता है सोवियत का, यूएसएसआर. नेक्स्ट, आइडियल ऑफ जस्टिस, सोशो पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस वी हैव टेकन फ्रॉम द सोवियत यूनियन. द फ्रेंच, फ्रॉम द फ्रेंच वी हैव टेकन दिस रिपब्लिक. French we have taken republic. And the ideal of liberty, equality, fraternity. The ideal of liberty, equality, fraternity is taken from the French. South Africa, procedure of amendment of the constitution we have taken, procedure of amendment of the constitution as well election to the Rajya Sabha. Japan, procedure established by law. Okay, now here we have taken the sources of the constitution. The confusion areas, just remember Irish and the South African constitution, there might be chances of, and the remaining everything will be, you can remember easily. Okay, now this preamble, when we will directly goes to the preamble itself. Okay, now preamble, what is that? Certain philosophers has said that about the preamble like this. Preamble, it is a jewel set of constitution. Ambedkar said it is the soul of the constitution, and it says the horoscope of our sovereign democratic republic. Preamble is a horoscope of our sovereign democratic and republic. Okay, this is what about the preamble. There, so first amendment, it was amended first time it is amendment in 42nd Amendment Act. Okay, which is says about socialist, secular and integrity. Socialist, secular and integrity we have added in the 42nd Amendment Act. The previous year's questions, the mostly questions are the preamble, it's a repetitive questions will be there. Okay, it was you should read it. Okay, now how the preamble, the sentence formatted. Okay, preamble: we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. This was the sequence. Okay, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. When it comes to secular, okay, when it comes to Strictly when it comes to sovereign means India is not above, sorry, uh, India is not below in every, in any, not below the country, or it is a sovereign body. No one is above the country. Okay, means for example there are union body, United Nations UN body. We didn't consider UN body is above the India, because they are there, we have the equality. Okay, directly the sovereign implies neither a dependency nor a domain of any other nation. Means it is, India didn't depend on other country and any other country, as well as it is not a dominion. Matlab, before the independence we were recognized as a domain of British. Right now we were independent, we were nothing, we were not under anyone. Okay, there is no authority above us. This is what we say. Okay, being a sovereign state, India can acquire a foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of any foreign state. Okay? As a sovereign, we have a right to take, we have right to give our territory to in favor of another state, as well as we can take another country's part. Okay, now socialist, when it comes to socialist, we mostly tilted towards the Gandhian socialism. Okay, we was mostly tilted towards the Gandhian socialism. Now when it comes to secular, India has a positive secular. Okay, Indian secularist is a positive secularism. Okay, it says that positive secularism says that there might be chance of asking these statements directly. all religion all religions all religions in our country, irrespective 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 of strength, have same status. Matlab, every religion has same status. If whether it is a Hindu, it is a 80%, whether it's a Muslim, it is a 12%, whether it is a Christian and another like this, any percentage, whatever the percent of the populations, we consider all religions has the same status, as well as and support same status, as well as support from the state. Support from the state, matlab state will promote all religions. Okay, it won't promote only one religion. The secular where feature, we consider the article 25 to 28. Okay, secular features article 25 to 28. Now democratic, Indian democratic is, we have, there is a two types of democracy, which is a direct democracy. Okay, another one is a representative democracy. India is a representative democracy. Okay, and the republic, which is India is a republic. We consider republic because, for example, in British there is a monarchy. It is the king which is head, the king is permanent, and the monarchy, he is not an elected person. Okay, but when it comes to India, the head of the state, who is a president, is an elected person, not unless like the British monarchy. Indian president is an elected person. He elected by the members of the representative. Okay, it's a republic. Now is elected body for a fixed period of time, directly or indirectly. We elected for a fixed period of directly and indirectly. Okay, in India he is indirectly he will elected. Okay, a republic also means political sovereignty in the people. Okay, also means political sovereignty political sovereignty in the people. Republic also means political sovereignty in the people and not a single individual like a king. Okay, it's absence of any privileged class. Means republic means absence of any privileged class. Next time there might be possible of asking on a secular or on asking on republic. Okay, the republic, which means it has a political sovereignty in the people. Okay, as well as is absence of any privileged class. Okay, hence all public office being open to every citizen without any discrimination. Matlab, anyone can become a president if he is elected. Okay, this is what we say that. Okay, republic, just remember this republic topic, it will be important. Next, justice we have taken from the Russia. The ideal of justice taken from Russia, it is a socio economic and political justice. Okay, and then liberty. Liberty, which talks about the liberty of thought, of expression, faith, belief, faith and worship. Okay, these whole are there. The questions will frame in such a manner that liberty is thought of only matlab liberty involves only thought expression and faith, or thought expression and worship. It only thought expression, like this the sentence may frame it. Okay, remember that it has a thought, it has an expression, it has a belief, it has a faith, it has a worship. Okay, the whole sentence are there. The sentence, the keywords are important in this. Next, equality, we have taken this liberty equal to fraternity from the French. Equality of the status of opportunity as well promoting among all. Status of equality कहाँ है? Status and of opportunity. हम ये बताते हैं इक्वालिटी ऑफ नॉट ए स्टेटस बट अपॉर्चुनिटी, ऐसा नहीं, इक्वालिटी ऑफ स्टेटस एज वेल एज अपॉर्चुनिटी. फ्रेटर्निटी, फ्रेटर्निटी में क्या होता है? डिग्निटी ऑफ इंडिविजुअल. फ्रेटर्निटी टॉक्स अबाउट डिग्निटी ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल as well as and the unity and integrity of the nation. These integrity we have added from the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, dignity of the individual as well as fraternity is unity and integrity of a nation. Okay, unity and integrity of a nation. The cases, when it comes to cases related to the preamble, the question is the preamble is the part of the constitution or not? It is the question. The first case on the preamble is Beruberi Union case. In the Beruberi Union case, the Supreme Court has said that preamble is not a part of the constitution. Preamble is not a part of the constitution. But when it comes to Keshavananda Bharati case, the Keshavananda Bharati case, the Supreme Court reviewed its own judgment. Okay, it's revived its own judgment and has given the verdict that preamble is a part of the constitution. Okay, now when it comes to LIC of India case, the preamble is considered to be integral part of the constitution. It's not what is the integral part of the constitution only. Okay, it didn't have any article but it's an integral part of the constitution. You can say the trailer of a picture. Okay, now preamble, the limitations of preamble. What about the limits of the preamble? It's neither a source of a power to prohibition or legislate upon it's a legislator upon legislator. मतलब it preamble cannot be source for prohibition or to make legislation. Okay, preamble is non-justiciable in nature. Like DPSP, preamble also non-justiciable in nature. It not enforceable in any court of law. Same, the DPSB also not enforceable in any court of law. Okay, this is for the whole that these limitations were both for the preamble as well as for DPSP. Next, when it comes to we have studied about discussed about democratic. It's a representative government. Let's see the democratic. In direct democracy, we have seen the four types. One which is a referendum, which is a referendum is which is a public vote, and another one is the initiative. It is a power to act. Initiative means power to act. The recall which is a bring back, plebiscite, which is vote for a change in constitution, plebiscite which is a vote for a change in constitution. Public vote, referendum is public vote, initiative the power to act, recall, bring back, plebiscite, vote for a change in constitution. Union and its territories, Article 1 to 4. Union, part 1, Union and its territories. Okay. Hmm. Just a second. Hmm. Union and its next one. The preamble, we have seen this, the whole about the keywords and the limitations. Of course, next comes to Union territories. Article 1 to 4 of the Constitution. It's on Article 1 to 4 of the Constitution. Part 1, it comes under the part 1. Okay, it will comes under part 1. Now, we have certain key terms like the territory of India. Okay, the territory of India, it is a wider expression than the union of state. Territory of India is a wider expression than union of state. The territory of India, which includes territory of states, मतलब state होता है प्लस यूटी होता है, union territory plus territories we might acquire in future. Future means we can take the if you directly occupied POK is ours. If we directly occupied the till the Balochistan, it will is also ours. Okay, like this it will happen. Okay. Now next, the territories may be acquired by government in any time. मतलब फ्यूचर में कभी भी कुछ वो हम के फेवर में कुछ टेरिटरीज हमको दे देंगे, ऐसा होता है. Now, acquire foreign territories. How we can acquire foreign territories? There is international law. We should abide by the international law, but the international law recognizes as such that the foreign territories can acquire by cession. मतलब पैसा देखो खरीद सकता है और गिफ्ट कर सकता है, कोई भी लीज को ले सकता है. मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल चाइना चाइना in Hambantota port of Sri Lanka, China somewhat has taken lease of 99 years for the of Hambantota. Okay, ऐसा होता है. Now plebiscite next of occupation क्या होता है? Unoccupied मतलब if any land which is unoccupied land by an king or king, we can take it, go on straightly we can go and take it. Okay, ऐसा होता है. अभी कुछ बाकी नहीं है, सारा ओवरऑल इन्वेड हो गया. कंक्वेस्ट, कंक्वेस्ट और सब्जुगेशन मतलब कहीं तो कंक्वर कर सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल 1. व्हाट वाज आर्टिकल 1? द भारत एज अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट. आर्टिकल 1 talks of भारत एज अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स rather than we never use it as a federation of the states. Okay, this talks about the name of the country, name of country as well as type of polity, name of country as well as type of polity, which type of country we are. Okay, our Indian federation is not like the USA federation, which is based on agreement. Okay, USA federation based on agreement. Our Indian states have no right to secede from the federation, unlike the USA states which has the right to secede from the state. स्टेट मतलब द सेंटर से हटा सकता है, यहाँ पर नहीं होता है ऐसा. ओके, द आर्टिकल 2 टॉक्स अबाउट द एडमिशन और एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ न्यू स्टेट्स. दे आर नॉट पार्ट ऑफ ए यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया मतलब स्टेट्स होता है सर. यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया नथिंग बट स्टेट्स. अगर नया स्टेट फॉर्म किया था मतलब यूटी से स्टेट बन गया सीधा. For example, we considered Arunachal Pradesh during our independence as a union territory. After that, it made a state. Sikkim is a union territory. After that, it made a state. Goa it's a union territory. After that, it's made a state. Like this, it comes under Article 2, sir. Okay, it comes under Article 2. Next, Article 3 क्या होता है? Article 3 changes the existing states. Article 3 is changing the existing state. मतलब they are the states previous also and it is going to change. मतलब अगर if we are taking certain part from two states and integrating the two parts and making a separate state. Okay, ऐसा होता है. For example, we have ceded Rajasthan from Maharashtra. We have Travancore and मैसूर को अलग करके केरला एंड कर्नाटका बना दिया. Okay, and then Hyderabad and the Maharashtra's part and was thus the part of Madras. The part of Madras we made is Andhra Pradesh, and after that it made is okay ऐसा आंध्र प्रदेश बन गया. After that it made the Telangana is separated from the Andhra Pradesh. Okay, recently these types are from the article 3. मतलब already it is previous also it is a state. Now it is altering the boundaries, मतलब forming existence separating separate state or borders of the state may change. Okay, right now the currently dispute between the Maharashtra and the Karnataka borders. Okay, if they if the borders are changed, it comes under article 3. Change the name of the state, if any state name has changed, it comes under article 3. Okay, now okay, change of the name it can be done only by center, sir. Okay, the whole these types of things are the center. Districts, sir, when it comes to districts can be changed by the state itself. Okay, but the name of the state only can be said by the center only. Okay, it is in the hands of the parliament. Article 3 can be introduced in parliament only with the prior recommendation of the president. मतलब president का recommendation चाहिए इसी को. Introduced only with the prior recommendation of the president. Before recommending the bill मतलब president bill को refer करने से पहले ही है the president has referred the same to the state legislature concerned. Okay, मतलब अगर यहाँ ये state से कुछ change कर रहा है मतलब वो state को inform करेगा, वो यहाँ change करना चाहिए for expressing its view within the specified time period. मतलब here the state he have given the time of 3 months or 6 months. Within this the state has to be answered for it. But the what the parliament can do, अगर प्रेसिडेंट का काम यही है सर रेफर करेगा विद इन टाइम में और द आंसर लेकर पार्लियामेंट को दिएगा. बट पार्लियामेंट क्या करेगा, पार्लियामेंट इज नॉट बाउंड बाय द व्यू सर. मतलब जो भी स्टेट बोल रही है मैं करना है, मैं जो भी करना चाह रहा हूँ वही करूँगा, जो कुछ भी बोल ले. इफ़ यू फेवर इट्स अ गुड, इफ़ यू नॉट फेवर इट्स ऑल्सो ओके, वी विल डू इट. ओके, इन दिस टाइप ऑफ आर्टिकल 3 विल हैपन. मतलब इट्स द पावर ऑफ द स्टेट सेंटर. An indestructible union of the destructible states. इसी का मतलब ही है सर आर्टिकल 3 clearly mentions that it shows the indestructible union of the destructible states. सर यहाँ यही बोलता है. मतलब बॉर्डर चेंज कर दिया जो खुद if you like it or didn't like it also the borders has changed, name of the state has changed. Okay, made a separate state. Okay, this is indestructible states. Article 3 not an amendment of the constitution. मतलब for example if a state is carving out from another state, it won't considered as an amendment, it's just considered as ordinary. Okay, by simple majority and by an ordinary legislative process it has to be done. Okay, Indian territories cede to foreign only by for example if India want to cede its territory, okay, कुछ territory देना चाहते हैं. For example we have the agreement between the 100th Constitutional Amendment Act is nothing but the India and Bangladesh agreement. What is this? Okay, ये क्या होता है, इसमें क्या हुआ था? In India and Bangladesh 100th Constitutional Amendment Act, we have ceded certain territories to the Bangladesh and we have taken certain territories from the Bangladesh. Okay, this is what happened. This is happened by the constitutional amendment. Okay, for example if there is a boundary dispute where it is in between India and Sri Lanka, there is a Kichadiv Islands in the Sri Lanka. What happened there? We have okay, it's a dispute boundary. India is given to the Sri Lanka. Okay, in the Sri Lanka ऐसा दे दिया the fishing in the Sri Lanka ऐसा दे दिया. But no need for the dispute boundaries, we no need of any constitutional amendment act. Okay, we can give exercise by the central government, by the executive action. मतलब central government का साइन बस executive action से boundary dispute यूज कर सकते हैं. But फॉरेन, अगर फॉरेन को सिसिट करना है तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट चाहिए। ओके, अगर इंडिया में ही स्टेट्स के चेंज करते बाउंड्री हैं, उसी को कुछ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, कुछ नहीं, ऑर्डिनरी लॉ से ख़त्म करते थे। नाउ इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ प्रिंसली स्टेट्स, integration of how the princely state has integrated. Sir, almost most of the states are integrated except the third three states which were थोड़ा दिखाया था उनका स्टेट का। प्रिंसली स्टेट क्या होता है? हैदराबाद सर, व्हेन हैदराबाद the current affairs, the last we can consider as eighth nizam, last nizam, eighth nizam, the son of the seventh nizam. Okay, the seventh nizam, during the seventh nizam we have the police action has done during the seventh nizam. After his death the eighth nizam has continued till now. The recently he had died. Okay, there might be possible of the question on the princely state of Hyderabad. Okay, right now the eighth nizam we died, and now the ninth nizam now, but we didn't give him the title because we abolished titles under article 18, so we didn't give him the ninth, officially we didn't give him the ninth nizam as a title to him, but he is considered unofficially as a ninth nizam. मतलब eighth nizam still 1969 we have these territories, okay, these titles, so eighth nizam is the last nizam. Okay, thereby the question might be framed on Hyderabad assembly, Hyderabad princely state. Okay, it has by police action. Now Junagar होता है, Junagar is also by referendum. Junagar कहाँ होता है? राजस्थान का पास। Junagar referendum it has happened. Kashmir has by instrument of accession. Kashmir by instrument of accession. Now Sikkim is by referendum, sir. Okay, Sikkim is the previous Sikkim is under the Bhutan. Okay, after that in the referendum in the Sikkim parliament there is a referendum. After that it is become an integral part of the India, first UT and then it will become a state. Next Goa, Daman and Diu. Now both by Goa and Daman both by police action. Okay, here the Goa Daman police action, these were important. Next, reorganization of states. The reorganization of states, how it works? First one, SK Dhar Commission. States can be reorganized. Based on administrative convenience. Okay, on the basis of administrative convenience. Next, JVP committee rejected language on the basis of state. JVP मतलब SK Dhar Commission also rejected. JVP committee also rejected language as a basis of state. But Fazal Ali Commission, the members of the Fazal Ali Commission also can be asked in the question. KM Panikkar, Kunjru, KM Panikkar, H.N. Kunjru, Fazal Ali, KM Panikkar, H.N. Kunjru. These three members formed a commission. They accepted, Fazal Ali Commission accepted language. Okay, language as a basis for the reorganization of state. मतलब for example Telugu people, Telugu language, Telugu state. Okay, like this Marathi people, Maharashtra state. Like this the states has carved out accepted language, but Fazal Ali Commission rejected one language one state, because India has many 10,000 of languages, 10,000 of states बेकार हो जाएगा, इसीलिए वन लैंग्वेज वन, मोर देन 10,000 लैंग्वेजेस वी हैव. अगर हर लैंग्वेज को एक स्टेट देना चाहिए तो सारे स्टेट ही हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं है रूल करने. सो इट रिजेक्टेड द वन लैंग्वेज वन स्टेट. नाउ there are four major factors for the formation of the state, for the reorganization of state. They have given four major factors. What were they? Unity and security of a state. मतलब अगर सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द स्टेट मतलब बॉर्डर पर कुछ स्टेट फॉर्म कर रहे हैं, बॉर्डर एरियाज के पर, ओके, यूनिटी एंड सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द स्टेट के लिए कर सकते हैं. लिंग्विस्टिक एंड कल्चरल होमोजेनिटी, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल तेलंगाना बेस्ड ऑन द कल्चरल होमोजेनिटी, तेलंगाना. Linguistic, Andhra Pradesh is carved out from the Madras for the linguistic purpose. Next, financial, administrative and economic. Okay, based on the finance, based on administrative, based on economic. You might be confused with the in the sentences. There's a फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द स्टेट, मतलब अगर रॉन्ग देने के चांसेस ज़्यादा होते हैं, मतलब यही होता है राइट वन। ओके, फाइनेंशियल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव इकोनॉमिक बेसिस पर भी स्टेट डिवाइड कर सकते हैं। ओके, remember it, don't forget. And next, these were the key areas which will might miss. Okay, next, planning and promotion of welfare of people, planning and promotion of welfare of people in each state. Okay, planning and promotion of welfare of people in each state. Now here we are going to end this union and territory, and then and the last chapter in this video we will discuss the last one, citizenship. After this we will wind up today. Okay, the citizenship, these questions are like this, when the sequence of the formation of the states are currently not asking much. Okay, if you are interested you can go it, but the rightly in the current pattern, um, when the state has the sequences of the states are not asking in this in the exam, sir, but there is a possibility of asking these factors. Matlab, the questions are framing in such a way based on the features of the parliament, based on the features of the factors of the reorganization of state. Like this the questions are for matlab practicality पर जा रहे हैं. ओके, एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस पर जा रहे हैं, मतलब मोस्टली दे आर अवॉइडिंग द फैक्चुअल डेटा, मोस्टली दे आर गोइंग ऑन एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस. ओके, मतलब ऐसे कैसे प्रोसेस कैसे चल रहा है. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू मेक इट crisp clear that you need genuine and basic information about it. Next, citizenship. Citizenship, sir, we already said citizenship, single citizenship we have taken from the British. Okay, in India, a person, a citizen, for example a citizen by birth or by naturalization, by birth or by naturalization can become a president, can become president of India, but he is not but in USA the naturalization of citizen is not eligible for the office of the president, but India it is eligible. Okay, citizenship in citizen for especially for citizens of India. Okay, article 15, article 16, article 19, article 29 and article 30. 15, 16, 19, 29, 30, these particularly given only to the citizens of India itself, it is not given to the foreigners. Okay, this is what we say that. We will discuss these articles briefly when we are discussing of the fundamental rights in the next video. Now the constitutional provisions. Okay, the constitutional provisions, the constitution does not given any permanent or clear definitions or clear identity the who elaborate provisions of the citizenship. Okay, it is not talked about. Okay, and as well as it is not even talks about the loss of the citizenship. Okay, the parliament enacts such a provisions. Okay, related, the parliament enacts such a provision relating to the citizenship. मतलब citizenship का power किसी का सेंट्रल के हाथ में होता है. Okay, parliament amend certain provisions, मतलब constitution didn't have given the provisions which are the citizenship based on, as well as constitution did not even the given the provisions of the loss of the citizenship. ऐसा कुछ provisions दिए, मतलब दिया नहीं constitution, it leave it to the center itself. Okay, now parliament have made a law on it. Okay, now the citizenship act 1955, 1955 में बता दिया था. 1955 में they have given 5 ways. Okay, the citizenship of 1955 they have given the 5 ways. There might the question in such a way that the constitution has prescribed 5 ways of acquiring citizenship. Sir, constitution has didn't given acquiring of citizenship. Okay, didn't given the provisions for the acquiring of citizenship. It is Citizenship Act 1955. Okay, you might be confused in such a way. Okay, please ध्यान दे दो इसी के ऊपर, सिटीजनशिप एक्ट 1955 के ऊपर ध्यान दो. ओके, सिटीजनशिप क्या क्या 5 फीचर्स दे हैव गिवन. बाय बर्थ ए पर्सन बाय बर्थ मतलब यहाँ इंडिया में पैदा हुआ सिटीजनशिप ले सकता है। डिसेंट, ओके, मतलब कहीं पर मतलब तेरा ये कहाँ पर रहता था, पेरेंट्स आर इंडियंस, ओके, देन दे कैन बी देयर। रजिस्ट्रेशन, ओके, मतलब सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लिया। माइनर चाइल्ड बाहर होता है, मतलब द पेरेंट्स बिलोंग इन फॉरेन, इंडियन पेरेंट्स ही होता है, फॉरेन में होते हैं, रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लेता है वो, वहाँ से होता है। नेक्स्ट नेचुरलाइजेशन, नेचुरलाइजेशन मीन्स नेचुरलाइजेशन इज बाय ए फॉरेनर who comes to India and stays in India and acquires the citizenship. It's a naturalization, okay. But naturalization में condition भी होता है सर, okay. Mostly naturalization में एक Indian language in the 8th schedule, the language is mentioned in the 8th schedule, at least you should know about the language, ये भी एक criteria होता है, okay. Now this was the important one. And then अब नेचुरलाइजेशन पीरियड थोड़ा कम कर दिया, लेकिन सी इनकॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ टेरिटरी, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन वी टेकन द पौंडीचेरी फ्रॉम पोर्चुगीज, व्हेन वी टेकन द पौंडीचेरी फ्रॉम द पोर्चुगीज, वी हैव इनकॉर्पोरेशन टेरिटरी, मतलब यही होता है, वी हैव आस्क्ड देम, मतलब सेंटर हैज आस्क्ड देम, ओके चल ठीक है, आपका टेरिटरी ले लिया, आपका सिटीजनशिप इंडिया के होना था तो हम दे देंगे, ना तो चलो आप पोर्चुगीज का सिटीजनशिप लेकर आप जा सकते हैं, ऐसा सिटीजनशिप हम ऑफर कर सकते हैं व्हेन इनकॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ द टेरिटरी, दे इफ दे एक्सेप्ट दे आर बिकम द पार्ट ऑफ द इंडिया इटसेल्फ, ओके. नाउ द लॉस ऑफ सिटीजनशिप, द मोस्टली द क्वेश्चंस विल बी फ्रेम्ड ऑन द लॉस ऑफ द सिटीजनशिप, ओके. द लॉस ऑफ द सिटीजनशिप, हाउ द रिनाउंसिएशन, मतलब कोई भी फॉरेन कंट्री चले गया, वहीं पर ही सेटल हो गया, दे वांट ही वांट रिनाउंसिएशन, मतलब अगर सिटीजनशिप टर्मिनेट करके वही कंट्री के सिटीजन बन सकता है. मोस्टली रिनाउंसिएशन इज मोस्टली इन लास्ट 5 years or 5 to 6 लाख रिनाउंसिएशंस ऑफ द ओके citizens, okay. Next, during war, for example, there is a condition during a war period in which India is engaged, its registration, India if it sent its मतलब registration का can be withheld by the central government, मतलब central government can withhold the renunciation during the war, okay. But if the person has renounced his citizenship, during the particular time, automatically his minor child citizenship will also be terminated, okay. मतलब उसके छोटे बच्चे का सिटीजनशिप भी टर्मिनेट हो जाता है. But what happened, but after he is getting the 18 years of eligibility age, if the minor child becomes a major and he can apply for the citizenship, he may resume his Indian citizenship, okay. ऐसा हो सकता. नेक्स्ट टर्मिनेशन पर होता है, मतलब देयर इज अ टर्मिनेट मतलब for example, if someone has taken without informing India, he has Indian passport holder, without intimating the Indian, he has taken this foreign country's citizenship, then the India terminate his citizenship, okay. ऐसा होता है. नेक्स्ट डिप्रीवेशन पर क्या होता है, डिप्रीवेशन मतलब कंपलसरी टर्मिनेट, डिप्रीवेशन में कंपलसरी टर्मिनेट बाय सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, कंपलसरी टर्मिनेट करता है डिप्रीवेशन में, मतलब बाय फ्रॉड, मतलब सिटीजनशिप अक्वायर्ड बाय द फ्रॉड, मतलब कुछ बांग्लादेशी लोग इंडिया में आ गए थे, अगर सिटीजनशिप ले लिया बाय फ्रॉड, मतलब इफ लीगली इट हैज टेकन इट्स नथिंग प्रॉब्लम, बट फ्रॉड से ले लिया, ऐसा हो गया, डिप्रीवेशन हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट डिसलॉयल्टी टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, अगर सिटीजन कोई लिया डिसलॉयल्टी टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, को डिसलॉयल्टी है मतलब इसको डिप्रीवेशन कर दिया. unlawfully traded or communicated with the enemy during the war period, if a person unlawfully traded, अगर ट्रेड कर रहा है उसे से unlawfully मतलब लीगल से ट्रेड कर रहा है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, with government permission. If he has traded illegally, if he engaged in communication with the war enemy country, then he was terminated, deprived, okay. Now the person is naturalization person has taken the citizenship, but within 5 years after registration, मतलब 5 साल में, within 5 years after registration, if the particular person is imprisoned in any country, कोई भी कंट्री में उसी के ऊपर कुछ केस लगा दिया, इम्प्रिजन कर दिया, मतलब डिप्रिवेशन कर देते हैं, इम्प्रिजन एनी कंट्री 2 years पर. ऑर्डनरी रेजिडेंट आउट ऑफ इंडिया फॉर 7 years कंटिन्यूसली. फॉर एग्जांपल ऑर्डनरी रेजिडेंट मतलब जो बंदा बाहर फॉरेन चले गया, वहीं पर जॉब कर रहा है, ओके 7 years से इंडिया भी नहीं आया था, मतलब इसका सिटीजनशिप भी जा सकता है. बट देर इज एन एक्सेप्शंस. ओके, ऑर्डनरी सिटीजन्स रेजिडेंट आउटसाइड इंडिया, देर इज एक्सेप्शंस. मतलब फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे हैव गॉन फॉर स्टडीज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल द डिप्लोमेट्स, द वर्किंग फॉर द गवर्नमेंट. ओके, गवर्नमेंट डिप्लोमेट्स वर्किंग फॉर द यूएन बॉडीज में कुछ जा रहा है, ऐसे जा रहा है. ओके, ऐसे लोग को डिप्रिवेशन नहीं करेगा. ओके, वेदर इज सिटीजन स्टूडेंट्स, if they even studied more than 7 years also, the citizenship won't terminate because of they went for study purposes. और for the diplomats, मतलब जो embassies में काम कर रहे हैं, इनको नहीं करेगा. ओके, दिस वन इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ओके, चल ठीक है. टुडे वी हैव टेकन दिस होल. Okay, just revise after the listening this video, just revise it from through the Lakshmikant. You will able to get these hidden items very easily. Next video we will discuss more about in exam oriented manner. Okay, thank you.